my base is still here in town. I highly doubt it. I've been there over a month. Oh my gosh. It's here. I would be extremely surprised. Oh wow. Oh. Wow, there's still somebody doing something. No way is this gonna be. No way! What the hell? That's freaking insane. Wow. Oh my gosh. Except that's definitely not my code. That was so weird. I'm gonna change that back. Somebody must have raided and put something on. Put their own thing on. That's crazy that I got it in like a couple numbers. Glad I got that recorded there. Little apartment. Freaking wild. I'm gonna take some 7.62. Hopes of finding. SK. This might be the last time I come here. They're wiping this server after the patch. cutting a tree down for some reason over here. I can't believe there's still logs up here from the last refuge. Gosh, crazy guy. So somebody must have raided it and then rebuilt, or either picked the lock, so that definitely wasn't my combo. Totally by chance that I was able to get into that. That's crazy. And that was definitely my box though that was left there. Cauldron in it. Just like had such little loot in there that no one really cared to take anything, I guess. I don't know. Unless someone was watching my stream and was able to get into my base codes, probably exactly what happened. Oh gosh. Okay, good. Gonna go to Kamensk, I guess. Find an SKS. Oh shoot. Where are their shoes? Sips of water. Sippy sips. player? No. man, how's it going?
Oh, good.
Running on the struggle.
On,
Been stalking people.
yeah. Hey, John, what's up?
Same old, same old.
Yeah, I've been stalking. What's up?
Just playing with the new thing on Sins of Solar Empire's 2. Updated DCL.
Nice.
And yourself?
Playing Star Citizen, stalking players. I got the new stealth ship, the Mirai EX.
Cool. The Mirai EX.
Yep.
I didn't even
Mirai
see
Razor.
that. Oh
Mirai
yeah,
Razor
yeah.
Yeah. I've been waiting for it to. I knew that it was gonna come up on sale since they're having the big distribution, so I've been waiting for it. I got plenty of credits so I can just stealth it. Had to worry about it. So.
Nice.
It's freaking brittle as hell. I mean, I literally didn't even feel pumped when I barely brushed a rock and it blew me up one time.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta be really careful when you're close to the ground. But dude, I can get within just a few kilometers of them, and you know, and it's hard for them to see me and keep on me. So, if it weren't
like
for the
that
fucking
ship.
bugs, man, I'd be.
Oh yeah.
I would have.
What's going
Them
on
and
now?
the fact
kind of
that-
just giving it up for the time being.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to figure out stuff. That's the only reason I've really been playing it. It's just, it's one of those things where it's, I'm just kind of bored with what they got, with the content that they got. It's just, there's nothing that's really interesting. It's the same repeat. So yeah, so it's like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and spend some time stalking some players, which is what I did yesterday.
Did you see any Idrises?
No. Haven't really been hanging out in space too much, so most of the time I'm just traveling from, I've seen a few like in, like around stations, but I haven't really been doing much with that. Everyone's spending a lot of time, from what I've seen of just videos, stuff like that, they're spending a lot of time trying to kill them and stuff, so. So John, they came out with a new ship. It's basically the biggest ship. It's like 100 meters longer than the biggest ship that was in the game. So they basically, it's like, I think if what I have a thing, a little thing that says the size of the ships, unless they changed it, it's like 242 meters long. Cool. The biggest ship that was in there was like 155 or something. I'll have to look and see. They might have changed some stuff on that. So. But yeah, so they just came out with it, now playable. Well, you could buy it in game. They had a limited number that they let people buy. So. But yeah, so it's huge and stuff, and people are already just trying to find every way they can to blow it up. They've found so many weaknesses. It's ridiculous. People are sitting there like. But yeah, so Z, I almost had the perfect kill if it wasn't for, I figured out something new, but I went over to a place called Rustville, and there was
I have been.
Yeah, it's like a super hot planet. The planet's blue for some reason. Like it doesn't really make much sense to me, but whatever. So it's super hot. So I went over there and stuff, and I didn't have the right outfit, so I could, stay out, indefinitely, So I went over there and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go check it out. So I went over there. There wasn't any ships over there. So like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of search around, look around, see what's here. So I was doing that, and then I spotted a guy coming in and stuff. He's kind of searching around the thing there, and I was in the perfect spot to be hidden, and I have a building all that, so I could still see enough. And then he landed. I climbed up on a building and stuff, waited for him and stuff, and I even was thinking far enough ahead that when I saw him raising up the, I saw him going with the platform the first time, I thought, oh well, it'll be, I'll just shoot him as soon as I see it. But wait a minute, I need to make sure there's cargo. Because sometimes the elevator raises when you get into the thing there.
Yeah.
I'm like, like in the freightover. So I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I don't do that. I timed it perfect, the first time, and it did do that and stuff, it bring it up to the first time, and then he had to drop it again and then bring it up. He had cargo on it and stuff. Don't know what it was. So I just waited and stuff. And once I saw the cargo, I just waited till he was sitting there and stuff. And he had a tractor beam attached and whatnot. Fired 2 shots and stuff with the P6 sniper and stuff. Took him out. Perfect shot. There were no NPCs running around or anything. I'd already been running around the area. I go over to where the ladder is, I glance down stuff, I hop on the ladder, I slide down, and all of a sudden there's 2 NPCs and stuff. One's running past me and starts shooting at me, and then another one behind me, and pretty much tag team me.
Oh, God.
It's like, where the fuck were they? I ran around the whole area. The only NPCs, but that I found were a few that were in buildings. And yet as soon as I fire a shot, a suppressed shot, they all come flood, these 2 come flooding in right where I'm at.
Karma.
What the fuck?
It happens a lot on that game.
Well, I've noticed that they actually do that, even when it's suppressed. You can fire around and stuff, and they'll come running. It's like DayZ zombies.
Your own PDTs on your Polaris will kill you if you kill another player.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is
so messed up.
Yeah, there's so much about
that. Was the last time I played. I was like, I bombed a Polaris with my Gladius.
Yeah.
Felt so good. And I flew back to my Polaris, tried to land my ship, take off. Yeah. And they smoked me, dude.
Zombie apocalypse put on space.
Yeah, it kind of is. It really is.
Well, that's why I like being in Pyro. It's basically DayZ in space. There's no
space DayZ.
Attack, do whatever, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
In Stanton, they do the exact same thing. You just gotta go do the whole prison route, so which is incredibly boring.
Same thing on some of these built-along games. Once you build something, they open it up to be free for all after 30 days. They say after you build something, your thing goes away.
Yeah.
They warn you. It's like...
So I spent 3 hours watching this one guy, and they have a mission. I've not seen it, quite frankly. Well, you know how repetitive everything they do does for their mission stuff? It's like, you gotta build up rep here, so you basically have just either one mission or a few different variants. You just sit there and redo them and redo them and redo them and redo them until you get to the next level, and then they, change a few things or whatever. And they literally went and, this guy was doing a thing where you go around, and he had about a half a dozen different caves that he was scanning, and he was doing that for like 3 hours. So I started watching him. Well, he's right by Shepherd's Rest, and that's the place that they buy drugs from there and sell some good stuff there. So people come there here and there. So I literally was sitting there and trying to target him and make it seem like people that were coming in were targeting him just to try and get him to fight. So there must have been about 8 people that came through there and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I just sit there, I target him. There's a few times where he got into a little fight, but most of the time people ran pretty quick. He was in a Gladius, and one guy was in an Arrow. So yeah, and then... What's that?
DayZ on my Xbox, I like dragging people out and just drag them out and just make sure zombies hear them.
Yeah, so that's what I spent, I played till like noon today, and I was like, oh, I'm freaking tired, I need to get some sleep.
I got a 3-day weekend.
3-day weekend?
Yeah. I already mowed the lawn.
I need to do that too.
Kicking back.
Yeah, they made the AIs here.
Or...
to be a bit more nightmare.
Start busting the floor apart.
Yep.
It's just getting night there, DayZ, right, Z?
Yeah, it's just getting nighttime right now. Or hopefully it'll be dark.
bitten, you try to save yourself.
That Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, that one.
No, I'm not playing
You played it?
Is there... I'm trying to think. I might have tried it for a little bit.
You got 1 and 2.
Right, there's 2 of them. I haven't played the second one. Son plays that one. Dead by Daylight, too. Looks pretty good, though.
that. They have a new game basically that reminds me a lot of DayZ, but it's like a single player game that just came out called Surrounded. Like in Surround and then DEAD.
I haven't even heard of that one.
So it basically is like a more... the characters don't look, you know, realistic and all that and stuff, but it's not. It's a very basic game. I'm not sure how many people are actually developing it, but it's basically what I looked at. It's like Jesus, like DayZ in space, but it's pretty cool because you know how you used to be able to. I'm not sure if it was DayZ or if it's other games where you used to be able to take backpacks and fill them up and put them inside of another backpack, and then keep doing that same thing. You know, you put backpack inside backpack and stuff. That's what they did for this one. So it looks like it's okay. Nothing special, but basically it's single player. You go around and just try and get food, water. There's all sorts of guns in there and stuff. They got some really good guns in there and stuff. Whole arsenal of stuff, and then you can build a base and stuff, put a flag down, and then it'll stop zombies from spawning in the area, I believe. Okay, it's nothing special, but it's just, another... It was very DayZ looking and stuff. That's, just the way it felt. Third person view. I've been watching a little bit of it, but I got kind of bored with it. I already got DayZ.
Yeah. Time sink, for sure.
Yeah.
It is dark.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna get pretty.
I don't know. It's dark in the woods, at least. Sky looks a little light.
I'll just wait till it gets light.
Oh, it's getting darker. She a dark night tonight.
Yeah, that razor, man, that's pretty nice. I even was getting, normally when you get within range of, the anti-aircraft guns, they'll start shooting at you right away. I literally was able to fly, and because Rustville is kind of up on top of a hill, and there's a lot of little crags and stuff in there, I was able to get within like 500 meters of it, and they weren't shooting at me. I was landed and stuff, and they weren't shooting at me. Didn't even know I was frickin' there. So that's just because of where I was at and where they were at. Yeah, they just didn't have a line of sight or anything. And I had one shoot at me once, and that caused the C1 Spirit that was there, or maybe it was just, I'm not sure about the cargo one or what, but the Spirit anyways. So yeah, they had that one take off there and stuff, but I just waited and then searched around, found another guy that was over there and stuff, and then he was killing some zombies in there, and or not zombies, the NPCs in there, and then he went and got in his ship and stuff. I was trying to track him and spot him, and I was having a hard time spotting him. And then he went and got in his ship and flew up to the next level and left his lights on and got out of his ship, and something happened with his ship. I'm not sure if the NPCs were shooting at him, if he died, or what happened, but I heard a little bit of gunfire and stuff, and then the NPCs were shooting at his ship and blew it up, and he either died or left or something, but I frickin' fell to the goddamn floor when I was trying to go up in there to I was trying to search for him. And yeah, it's fun. I keep on finding these little glitches where I just end up getting shoved through the, you know, we're gonna fall through the floor or planet underneath it. Both of them happen a lot, so it's frustrating, but you just never know where it's gonna happen, so you just gotta keep on trying. See what happens in June here when they do the next update. See what they actually do to fix some stuff. See. I was trying to find some other space games, so I was checking out some other games that I had, and oh my god. I tried, they got a lot of space games, but it's just trying to find one that's decent. I tried to play No Man's Sky, and that was just, I get what they're trying to do and stuff, but it's just, it's a little, the way they did it is a little overcomplicated. So, I tried to play it and stuff, and I just wasn't even enjoying myself at all. I get there's a learning curve for stuff, but even after that, it's like, what the hell am I doing? What the hell is this game to do? Because you see some ships flying around, but you don't really interact with them. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. I tried to watch some videos on it, and even trying to watch the videos where people were fully, you know, they had plenty of, were further into the game and stuff, and it's like, I'm not seeing anything that's really impresses me that much. So, now checking out some Elite Dangerous, trying to figure out that, but their system of doing stuff, like for mining and stuff, it's so freaking boring. Yeah. I mean, it's a way of doing stuff, but I was watching it, it's like, dude, you literally sit there, you know, you fly out, you scan, you find, you know, like an asteroid or something like that, you know what you're looking for stuff. And then you sit there and just turn on your laser and stuff, and you have like little collectors that you have to activate. And you're sitting there just shooting, you're not even trying to aim for anything specific, you're just shooting at the asteroid. And then you have little collectors that go out and grab stuff, and they come flying back and forth from your ship until it's full. It's like, okay, yeah. Well, in Star Citizen, you actually have to go up there, and there's actually a little mini game there to play. You have to try and crack the rock, so you have to.
And every rock is, every type of material has a different fracturing point and different heating point.
Yeah, different resistance.
Even the same rocks and even the same rocks, like the same materials have like different compositions.
Yeah, depends on what's in the rock. Depends on how much extra resistance, and they have gadgets and different lasers and different attachments you can put on there. And that's the one thing that bugs the fuck out of me when it comes to Star Citizen. It's like you have something like that has, you know, all these different things like that, and yet there's only one ship where you can actually have different heads and stuff. And that's because it has 3 different, you know, points. You know, the mole miner has 3 different spots for people to, you know, shoot their laser with. It's not set up for safety. It's not set up for, you know, being able to have extra heads attached to it. You can sit there and crack a 35,000 mass rock prospect. I've seen a guy do it. Stuff that titanium stuff in it. But the problem is, once you crack that rock, you have to do a secondary crack, and now you have this, you know, this thing you set up for being really powerful, so you can crack a big rock and be able to fill up your, you know, your ship mostly with, you know, good stuff. But you can't frickin' the second time you're using that same full power. You know, you may not use some of the modules that you put, you know, like the surge and all that in there to, you know, to try and pound, you know, some extra stuff in there to get it heated up and all that, but you still have this overpowered head on your thing trying to crack small stuff, and you don't, you know, and you need to be able to change that. You need to be able to have, you know, be able to change heads on there. Just a basic thing of being able to unlock your ship, pull the head off, attach it to a point on your ship, grab a different head, and stick it on there.
Yeah.
You know, so that you can actually do it safety-wise. It's like everything they do is it's half-assed. Like ships that don't work completely, you know, or kind of little bug to them, or in case of the Idris, have a lot of spots on there that make it easy to kill it.
That's all I want to do.
All this shit eventually, but it's like, what the fuck, you know?
Yep.
Like everything is just, it's just half-assed. I mean, even well, one of the things I found out though, you know how when you're breaking up ships, you know, you'll have like one big section, like the middle section is usually really big, and you'll have like really small pieces on the outside. They're actually going to change that. I saw some video of them. It's something they're doing, and they're going to port it over from the start of the Quadrant 42. So you're actually going to have a ship that actually is going to break up into a lot more pieces and stuff, but...
Found my SKS.
So, eventually it'll work, but... Like I say, but it's just all this stuff that, you know, it's like they came out with... You know, they came out with, doing salvage, but they didn't frickin' fully do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. So, yeah. That's I think that's partly why people are so pissed. Like, they've been doing the same type of shit like that. There's just some little new thing that comes out and not even completed. So you know, scope thing like that. Yeah. So that's why people are getting so freaking pissed.
It's like stuff. That game just came out on Xbox a year ago. Shuffle or
Starfield?
Yeah.
I tried to watch some stuff on it, and I didn't have enough interest in it, so maybe I just didn't get far enough into it to see what was going on with it and all that.
I mean, it's like it's really fun. I mean, you go around playing in space, you play on planets, play on the moon. You become pirates if you want to. You got mods now.
Oh yeah.
There's already mods for Starfield.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Bethesda figures though.
Well, like I say, it's...
Well, the thing is, the PCers, you know, built the mod. They transferred it from the PC to the Xbox. And if you have the PC and you got it on the Xbox for the PC, you can do it from the PC to the Xbox. So if you play the PC Starfield, you already got the mods right there.
Yeah, like I say, I mean, maybe because of Star Citizen, I've had a hard time finding, you know, a good space game, because it is a good space game. It's just, it gets too easy repetitive once you've done the same shit. I mean, we came back after not playing it for a while, see, and we played one patch, and now we're already bored.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and it's not that there's not stuff to do, it's just, we've done it. And, you know, there's nothing that really, you know, immerses you in the game too much. So that's why I've been trying to go and do whatever, you know, because it's like trying to find something to do that's, you know, interesting. So just keep on moving around the map, doing stuff is about the only thing that, you know, trying to find someone to steal from or shoot or do whatever, just something to do.
Yeah, all I want to do is set out to bomb the Idris.
Well, we had one sitting over at Checkmate. You did shoot when I came back. Actually, that was after you left. We were playing together there and you left. So yeah, there was a Idris when I came back. I never found those guys who got on board your ships. So I never found your ships.
I don't even know how they managed to do that. I didn't stay still enough.
Yeah.
I don't think I could stay still enough for them to board me. There was an instance where it did say target friendly.
You were in a hangar. That probably was what it was. There's a bug still where it lets people every once in a while still get in your hangar, doesn't kick them out. Dude, I had someone that tried to get on the elevator with me. Wasn't even trying to hide, just ran into the elevator with me at the same time. Because you don't get kicked out right away, you get kicked out towards the point where you get down to the bottom, so you can still try and knock someone out or whatever. So I hit the button and just stepped outside the doors when it closed. And so he basically just, I think I clicked on the dock or something else too. So he came back up in the elevator and stuff and just left me alone after that. So it's like, I clicked on a different elevator and stuff, and he ended up still coming out of it. But it's like, yeah, I mean, there's still things where people are still, the game just doesn't fucking work correctly, that it just every once in a while kicks you out and stuff, or let you get down into someone's hangar. Sometimes it'll kick you out, sometimes it just, you know, it lets them, once you get into the armor, or you're in your hangar, which you can shoot, do whatever in, you know, it's your own personal thing like that. There's a point like that, just when you get down towards the, before the elevator doors open, where it changes to that non-armistice zone there, and they can sit there and attack you and try and knock you out or whatever. So, and that's what he was trying to do. It's just same board shit, you know. So try and see if it can get into the elevator, or try and get into my hangar or whatever.
I think it's kind of entertaining, you know. They're trying to make it multiplayer in Starfield, where another player can join you, which is entertaining. So be, you know, up to, you know, a couple people, multiplayer.
Kind of hard to do in a game that was built solely around single player, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Is that something a mod they're doing, or is that something the actual company's doing?
The actual company's doing.
Watch out, Star Citizen.
I've not seen anything too impressive.
I'm about sick of having fucking 700 people in a server. Just doesn't seem to run like it should.
Still had this issue.
Oh no. Aggro to fucking in the middle of the dark. Lay down. Bunk beds. Next to one of these bunk beds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I got a scenario called the Mad Titan. It's overpowered, it goes around killing things, and it's so impossible to kill, because it just gobbles up things. But you pay the pirates so much, it blocks them.
Okay.
It's entertaining. Right now I'm playing Dogfighters. A scenario where it's 3 systems connected by wormholes and star systems.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with everything that they're trying to do for Star Citizen, what they have planned in the future, and I don't know. They want to sit there and want to give you NPCs for crew that you can hire. And you've played a lot of games, John. You know how bad NPCs are, you know, like in first-person shooters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to get into a ship where you have to have 12 crew and trying to micromanage 12 crew in the middle of a frickin' battle, or try and keep them from, you know, from starting to shoot at someone if someone accidentally, you know, does something, they just start unloading on them or something?
Yep.
Yeah. And they want to sit there and make you pay for NPCs, and right now their NPCs literally, I mean, their NPCs will sit there and spin around in one spot and just kind of float around while they're waiting for whoever to show up, you know, for whatever bounty it is.
It's
And
like,
they're so horrible. Dude, I literally killed 6 ships and never fired a shot by flying my Pisces, which is a really small ship. You flew it over to an orbital laser platform, and I landed kind of in between though, because it has like it's like a little center spire thing with the little circle things around it. And I just hung out in between that, and they literally just ran right into the ship, or ran right into the orbital platform. It's like, so I killed like 6 or so NPCs without firing a shot because they're so freaking dumb. And then they sit there and it's like, oh yeah, we're not gonna figure about the single player, you know, people, and so because they have all these multiplayer ships. And the best thing that they could do, which everyone starts bitching about as soon as they start, you know, as soon as someone brings it up, is having bigger ships that you could solo. You know, it doesn't mean it, you know, that's not the only thing that, you know, it's all by yourself. If you know, you can have more people on there.
yep.
But having a bigger ship that you can solo and do stuff, it's like, and it's a technology-driven game. And yet, what do? They sit there and they sit there and it's like, no, you have to play with me. It's an MMO, which literally means me, I'm online. You have to play with me. It's like it's like, and the thing is, if they don't do that, then you literally can just stifle any you know, any solo or single player, you know, someone who's just won't want to play by themselves or stuff, or do something by themselves, or go out and do something. You know, it stops their progress. Because if you have nothing to grind for, because, you know, like me, you know, Z and I play together. There's plenty of ships where you can play, you know, with another person or do like that, you know, but they're not that big. You know, you can't do like a big mining operation. You can't do, you know, a big salvage operation, you know, using a small ship and a big ship, like for like a little mothership, you know, so you can, you know, offload stuff on it. You know, I mean, you can right now because you can fly ships like that, but they're going to add engineering, which is basically going to have someone or some NPC sitting at a console there adjusting power and all this stuff for you and running to fix stuff, which that literally,
Oops,
if
saved
they
by
do it
server
the way
restart.
it looks like. What's that?
I'm back. Saved by server restart.
Ah, okay. Now we were just talking about the stupid shit with Star Citizen, where they're, you know, talking like NPCs, you know, having NPCs and all that, how bad that could be. But but no, literally, John, if they're a solo person is not going to be able to progress if they sit there and try and have like all these NPCs and AI blades and turret blades and whatnot, so they can just, you know, plug something in and all that. But you need to be able to just, all they need is simple. All you need is a bigger console, so you can have different windows open and stuff. And then the bigger ship it is, it's not going to be that fast. You could literally just put it in cruise mode or in whatever, and then be managing your other stuff while you're doing that, and then you can, you know, adjust your flying as you want to and stuff. Because I mean, the next biggest ship is it only flies like 100 something meters, you know, second, whatever. And you got fighters that are, you know, sitting there being able to shoot it, try and bomb it, and whatever, that can go like 1,000. So it's literally just, you know, point the direction it goes, and then you can sit there and readjust power to different stuff. I mean, yeah, you're not going to be able to do everything, but I'd rather do that than to actually have to sit there and try and micromanage NPCs and all the other stuff that they're trying to do to take something that's a multiplayer ship and try and make it into a, you know, one that's manageable. But we'll see what they do. But odds are it's going to be horrible. So I look at that. If they do that, then literally anything that they, you know, I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, there's no point in doing anything more than what you need for yourself. That, you know, some extra. Go out, you make money. I mean, right now I made about 10, 12 million and stuff. You know, in the last patch, and they transferred everything over. So I literally have, you know, there's no other ships that I want to get or anything. So I literally have nothing to progress with. sucks. Spent so much time trying to do all this other stuff. There's just not enough content.
Wow, I just hit a zombie with 4 power attacks with the hatchet. You can kill a zombie in 3 with your fists.
Yeah, well,
That's
if you
bullshit.
use your fists and just aim high and stuff, you know, and
I was
still,
aiming high with the
but
hatchet.
still hit them and stuff, it does it a lot faster. You don't have to sit there and do any heavy attacks actually at all. Yeah, like I say, there's DayZ for you.
The hatchet used to be fucking good.
That lot of stuff used to be a lot different, a lot better. Kind of miss some of the stuff they used to have. I think it's getting light out, huh?
Yeah, it's light out now. Where are you at in server?
I believe if I'm remembering right, I think I'm by Select.
I might make my way that way.
I had to drop that way. I'm trying to find food now. I'm heading towards either at I know I was trying to head towards that. Yeah, you have it. Yep, DayZ. Well, it all starts this with no DayZ. No, starts this and you don't. You'd have to get a lot better computer. No, it's separate. It's a game that was started with a Kickstarter project. They have their own launcher, they have their own website.
You get to buy your first ship.
Yeah, you have to buy a ship, which gives you the ship and a ship to use and a cargo ship to use. And like I say, your computer's nowhere near, and I don't know if they've actually updated their. People complain they hadn't updated their settings and stuff. They said they weren't for it. Yeah, you have to have 32 gigs of RAM and decent, really good graphics card.
32 gigs of RAM and an SSD also.
Yeah, you have a solid state drive. Yeah, like I say, you know.
I'm thinking about getting a new PC. I went and looked at them. Pre-built at Best Buy. I want to get a Alienware R16 with a 5080.
I had Alienware when I was first
I got the R12.
Yeah, I got the RTX 2080. I still have little stutters here and there.
Oh no!
What happened?
Someone was laying in a fucking barrack.
Uh,
Oh, fucker. I was definitely not fucking expecting that.
no.
Someone was fucking camping a barrack. Gosh damn it. Suck.
Yeah.
I guess the next patch you won't be able to hear footsteps so far.
DayZ.
Yeah.
So literally, I mean, dude, I was at the well when I heard that. When I barely heard that one guy, could hear just. I thought he heard something. I couldn't tell what it was though. And now, you know, but it was a decent ding, so that when someone was moving around within, you know, far enough that I was able to hear them because they were moving pretty fast and moving around there. But it wasn't like it was overdone. You know, I couldn't tell for sure if there was someone there. But then when I checked it out and stuff, and then with the zombies around stuff, so it's actually pretty good because if they do it less, people are going to be right back on top of you before you even hear them or have a chance to hear them. So I could understand if you're trying to do it so that you could, if you're crouched in it, make it quieter, something like that when you're. I don't know if it really needs it any more than that. I mean, if you're that close to someone, you know, within, you know, just a house length. In fact, I was just a little over a house length from me. And stuff, you know, in fact, he punched on something, you know. But I couldn't really tell for sure if it was a person. I wasn't sure if that's what it was. If they do it less, then you're really just going back to the way it was before, where people are literally right on top of you. You can't have your, you know, you gotta try and keep your eye out and look around any which way.
Hopefully they find a good balance.
I didn't mind it where it was, but I didn't mind it where it was because, well, the other thing, I was able to try and keep track of you a little bit better. I'd be going like that, and I kind of lose sight of you, and I hear a little noise, you know, for runs, whatever, and be able to I wasn't finding where that was at. I mean, yeah, it's really the opposite way for you, too, trying to find you. At the same point. Where do you start off at?
Fucking Belota, but I'm probably just gonna die.
I don't mind that motor run because you can just run up behind it and head up towards war. A few places, like a few houses, just on the back side of the Belota there and stuff.
Yeah, it's a good
Other,
spot.
other ones that are.
Might just want to go in the city
I
and
do have a
be a cannibal.
account.
Oh, 28 comes out
Third.
second. Mark would say the second. Maybe second. I said the second. But he's got something that half the wife.
No, struggles wiping.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, so they said it'd be a good idea for people that are modded servers to wipe their storage.
Karma crew already wiped.
Already wiped?
Yeah, they did like an early wipe or something. I don't know if they're gonna wipe again, but they wiped like a week ago. I did a run on that. Karma crew Livonia.
Oh yeah. I put a little bit on it.
It's a good server. Easy. nothing in game. Ah, these zombies. Fuck. I'm an electro. Hello, 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 hello. Purple, are you home? Purple dirt derp. Perp. Hello.
next to the barn. After you leave Green Mountain. So
Definitely are around.
yeah, I just got food. I just killed a cow before. I was talking about it the last time. I gotta look it up Oh yeah, I killed a cow with a 9mm pistol. Not like I can shoot him a bunch of times. We got 5 pieces of meat, 3 fat. Like what the fuck? Alright, dude. Right that white mark between missing one off the back. It says it needs 2 more wheels. I'm not really sure why it says it needs 2 more. Alright. You're not far from that little military base, summer camp for the military by Green Mountain. I was going to go into Selenic where you need to get some.
It's so far.
Huh?
I said it's so far.
From you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's why I was hoping you'd be able to survive and
I was not expecting someone to be camping.
well, I meant when you came back.
Bear.
Fuck.
They were all prone. Shit.
Over there. Oh no, that's that little bar up on the hill. No, I mean when you came back that time, you were in Limelota.
Oh yeah.
So if you would have just come up the backside of skip the military, come up the backside of
Too late for that.
you could have come up before and then right into Selenic or well, whichever you want to do.
I died from zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, his DayZ, so trying to get together is not easy.
I might try to eat some purple. Electro. Try to eat purple.
Go up here to this town and find a place. And of course, yellow, nice with a gunshot. From there.
There's apparently a big ass crew that lives in Zeleno.
This is over at someone with a big gun hit fired a couple times. It might have been there actually. Oh, it's a helicopter crash. I don't think it was shots were coming from that because it's right here. It sounded like it was coming from a lot further away.
Maybe someone was shooting at somebody, looting the helicopter.
No, zombies aren't on the road. They're just sitting in there. It sounded like they came from past there. I just can't tell how far. My volume wasn't, my thing was picked up. So it could be there's someone on the other side, but they're not aggroed on there. So I think it's coming from the town. And if there's someone that close, they're either coming to the helicopter. He's got fucking red food.
Starve.
I just need to start, I can just start a fire because I have a big pot, so I can just start a fire. I'm going to worry about cooking. Anything until we get this, I can't stand this stupid sound effects in here. Oh, you guys hungry, now you gotta listen to this.
Where is everyone? What the hell?
There's someone over here. You hop on with some DayZ with us, John?
No, I'm doing something right now.
Fuzzled.
Well, I came, usually I don't come down this way, and I finally came down this way. I'm coming to town, like, what is this town? Well, I'm not recognizing it. From that angle. So I got into town here.
Hello, Purple, are you home? Warning, do not climb the ladder. Hello! Herpity derpity derp. Purple derple. Hello?
Nobody's home.
Guess nobody's home. Hello?
I know I have it. There you go.
You should get that truck built, bonkers, and come and get me. Son and I on Karma Crew Livonia the other night, we found a bus and we got it going. And we ended up getting, I got shot and killed out of it driving down the road. Son killed 2 guys before a zombie killed him, bled him out. There's a lot of them. Like, one's not a big deal when you get like few. Yeah. They kinda. Yeah.
I was playing 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah. That's a good game. I would get down on some 7 days.
When I run out of bullets, I just pick up one and just check it out. It's like, hey, I have the cheat codes. Never mind. I never ran out of bullets.
Somebody lit a fire. I hear it. In this fireplace, it's still warm. Smoldering.
Hopefully that'll get me close to getting out of red at least, because I gotta wait for the stupid meat.
Come to Electro, let's kill freshies in Electro. Mil.
Can I get a DTL for DayZ?
Yeah, there's Sakal in Livonia.
Fuck, I need to get my shoes are badly damaged. vest is badly damaged. My shoes are badly damaged. My work gloves are damaged.
What were you doing?
Fighting zombies, probably.
Playing DayZ.
No, what were you doing? You're badly damaged.
Oh.
To play with zombies.
Half the shit is already badly damaged in my shirt. It's going to be badly damaged. Can't find enough. Barely got any yellow. Eat this. The last piece of meat is gonna pop out of here. Chow down. Find myself some shoes here. Or not, no, sorry. Not more, mosquitoes.
Even further.
Came in from, yeah, I came in from the direction if you go past the spawn is, head up the way and it takes
If I
you.
can find a freaking spark plug, I'll look for a boat. Hello, purple dirt.
You downloading or?
Yep.
You got some fast internet?
Somewhat fast. Depending how many people are playing, what's the internet right now?
Stay in this town for long. Those little guys hanging out over here. So I just want to get dried out. Get a bunch of food in me. I'm carrying an extra backpack at the moment.
I just found a
There's another fucking shot.
M-lock and a mag for it. Maybe I'll pretend to be a police officer.
Roleplay.
Little role play RP. I need to find my pants though. Police pants. Put your hands up! Electro PD. We had a domestic violence call.
Domestic violence is pretty much the norm.
Hello, Purple, are you home? Is this base yours? There's like 18 bases in fucking Electro.
I need to get some water. There is.
to the same place.
Just need to be able to get in there and
The struggle, Ternaris. It's got a couple mods, not many. Quality of life mods like notes, admin tools, earplugs.
You can just click on me, John, right name, and just click join me.
Yo.
Hey, is that purple?
It is. Hello.
It's SurvivZ, man. How you doing?
Oh, yo, what's up, man? I was looking for you. I heard
was
somebody
looking
was
for
around
you.
town asking for me. Yeah. Hey, man. I was worried you were Jax. I was
Oh,
ready
hell
to
no.
get shot.
I'm just looking for police attire right now. I'm gonna play my part, you know, for the community.
I appreciate it. There's some, this group called the Electro Task Force. I'm a part of them, but they're pretty evil. You know, we started out friendly. I tried to, you know, be friendly with them, but now they're killing freshies, so.
Oh shit.
There's some,
That's how it always ends
yeah.
up, right?
There's some crooked cops in this town, to say the least.
I'm definitely a crooked cop.
Do you have a buddy here? Because I saw a guy wearing a motorcycle
Not
helmet.
here. I got a buddy in Mishkino.
Okay, cool. Well, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah. You got any rabble that needs, you know, dealt with? Also looking for some handcuffs.
I got no handcuffs, but I got this 4-dial if you want a 4-dial.
Alright. Yeah.
But nah, not really. We're just trying to hold shit down. We just went to Mogi to do a trade. I traded Quack a megaphone in exchange for his vote.
Nice.
But
For
like
his
I'm
vote
friendly with Quack and stuff. Yeah.
to not wipe.
Yeah.
I voted to not wipe.
Well,
also.
I told him in exchange for the megaphone, I want him not to vote.
Not to vote at all.
Yeah. But I don't really care if it wipes or not. I voted no, just because I got a big
no.
base over there.
I kind of want to see
The
what
Crips-
happens when you don't wipe a server for half a year. Like that would be freaking
Yeah.
awesome. That's how it used to be.
Damn.
Back
Was
in the
that
day.
last wipe? How long did last wipe last?
Only like 3 months. Something
Oh,
like
shit.
that. It's usually about they usually wipe 3 or 4 times a year.
Oh damn. Yeah, that would be interesting. I never considered that. It's gonna get old and rotten.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. But yeah, shit's kind of starting to pop off. You know, we got our little group here, the ETF, and our leader has joined with the IRS and the taxman.
No.
And I don't like that guy.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, so they're like, we're on the verge of civil war here in Electro, pretty much.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I mean, if you want to help me, just, you know, don't pay your taxes and fuck that guy. You know, I know you hate him. Yeah, fuck him, dude.
Yeah, I'm not paying taxes to anybody on this game.
We're expecting there might be a little bit of action in Mogi. The IRS was talking all this talk like they're gonna raid Mogi tomorrow, but I think it was mainly just a bunch of yap.
Is that where
Because
Quack's
they don't
at?
have the... Yeah. Yeah, that's where Quack's at. And then you got the Crips, and they're running around. I don't think... They might have a base up near Northwest Airfield. Maybe in one of the bunkers. You know, I see one of the bunkers in Northwest is built out still, so
Yeah,
I
saw
assume
that the other
that's
day.
them.
Got murdered over there.
So yeah, not the biggest fan of those guys. Ooh, nice. Well, not nice if you got murdered.
And I also just got
But-
murdered up Commence Military Barrack. if someone was
Oh man, I haven't been up
camping
there.
it, dick in the dirt, camping it in the hallway.
I know Sneaker Tooth and his people like to hang around there. They used to have a base in Mogi, but that's when the IRS teamed up with our leader, Inglorious, and they raided the Sneaker Tooth base up there in Novo. I haven't heard much from the Sneaker Tooth since. So that's pretty much just the IRS, and I think, as far as I know, we're really the only people with some big bases here in Electro, but unfortunately I never leave Electro, so I don't really know what's going on the rest of the map.
Right on. Well, I'm down to fight
But
some
yeah, if you
IRS people for sure. I guess I
appreciate
got a
you,
4-dial
man.
now. I might as well put it on a... Is there a base I could, an old base I could grab?
You know, I don't wanna... There is, but I don't want to be called an insider, so I can't really, you know,
Fair
speak
enough.
for the rest of the town, because I'm still, you know, on these guys' team. I pledged loyalty to the ETF, and I'm just trying to redeem myself, because apparently people are still calling me an insider from what happened with the refuge, and I
Oh
don't
my
see it that
gosh,
way,
that...
but I'm trying to clear my name.
That's ridiculous.
But there are, here, I'll show you something real quick.
I found purple.
These trash piles here, if you lay prone and look under the pallet, oh wait, no, it's the one over here, my bad. They're hit or miss, but I try to, there's a couple of them around Electro where you can find maybe a gun or something like that. This one's not really much except for tools, but, you know, check them out. It's another loot spot. You might get lucky.
Hey, thanks man, I appreciate it.
No problem. And I might call on you one of these days, because like I said, our leader is joining forces with the IRS. We used to be allied with the Gully Girls, and there might be a raid on the Gully Girls tomorrow, and so they might raid us as a retaliation. So we might be facing a raid from the Gully Girls and eventually the IRS as well. So if you want to get your hands dirty, I might call on you for some backup.
I would love to. Thanks, Perp. I'm gonna try to maybe
No problem.
build something here. Maybe.
Hell yeah. Well, here in Electro,
Maybe. Running past your
I mean,
people,
if I
boss.
see it, I won't say anything. And my people, you know, I pretty much do all the patrols around here, so I'll keep quiet about it. But you know, if they see some building in Electro, they're gonna dismantle that shit. Make sure it's pretty hidden if you do.
Thanks for the heads up, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Trying to think if there's any spots I would recommend, but there's really not. But I can see about it, you know, and I'd say, you know, join up with the ETF, but I don't think you want to, man.
Who's the
I
ETF?
wish I had. That's us, the Electro Task Force.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna.
You know, I love these
retire
guys. They're my
Northwatch.
friends, but I'm questioning where their priorities. Retire Northwatch.
Yeah. We haven't played together in a while.
Well, you know, you can always go around and meet people and start something new. And maybe if shit wipes or next wipe, maybe we can team up or something like that. Cause
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna be looking for a new team. I think I might just be playing mostly solo, but you know, it doesn't mean we can't duo every once in a while or something like that.
For sure, man. Alrighty, I'm gonna continue my my efforts for Sparkplug and try to head west.
Here, you want this gun? You should take this.
Oh.
Take it. I got a bunch of those in my treehouse up there on the hill. If you want a
Nice,
challenge,
man.
you can try to get into my treehouse. It's a
You got a
tent
tree
up in a
house?
tree.
That's pretty cool.
It's really hard to get into.
That's hella cool.
Hey, you.
Alright, bro. I will
But yeah,
see
man,
you
thanks
soon.
for coming to say hey.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, good to see you, man.
Take care, bro.
Peace out.
Alright, later. Just gave me AK, which he was concealing on him. Good thing I didn't try no funny stuff. I would have been up. There's like some faction drama going on. Alright, I'm heading west. Leaving Electro. Oh, dead zombie. Two of them. Yeah.
I'm in a field.
Field?
Yep.
Hello. Hello,
Bro,
citizen.
you're good, man.
What do you say?
I'm just looking for my friend, man. I just started playing.
You just started playing?
Yeah.
Careful, those things are not good.
What the hell, my last character on there? Kept on saying he couldn't use it.
He did.
Thank you for the help. Would you like some food or some assistance?
I think I'll try to figure everything out, man. I appreciate it,
Alrighty.
though.
Well, good luck.
You too.
Separate server, John. We're gonna get the same loot.
No, but still. How do you open a door?
F, or whatever your FE, whatever your change is.
I just ran into someone who just started playing.
Brand new.
Brand new. He's gonna figure it out on his own, he said. Well, it's gonna take you about 100 hours.
Yeah, Tom, this is mostly vanilla, so you're not gonna get any
Cool stuff right
This game took me about 100 hours to like learn how to survive and like just learn the game basics to the point where I could get around the map and get to where I was going to go. I'm a slow learner.
It takes a while to figure out the game, figure out where the hell to go, figure out
How do you see your character?
You can't.
it's a first-person server, so you can't.
Aw. So you just equip your stuff and look, God, you look okay?
Oh, you can press tab.
Press tab and see what you look like.
Yeah, you can
Oh, okay.
view everything.
Oh, thank you guys.
You just can't like run around in third person. Purple said he had a tree house. A tent hidden in a tree somehow.
I'm hopefully on the right server with you guys.
Join the struggle.
All I know is I joined your game. Your
Yeah.
thing, so.
There's no party, there's none of that stuff.
I know there's what, this
You
one.
have to figure out where you're at. Where to go.
You gotta earn it with blood, sweat, and tears. Mostly tears for now.
Actually,
I'm good at hand-to-hand combat, so.
probably badly warm the last
There are so many bases in Electro. Did you just hear a gunshot? Tab in the inventory.
Tab when you're right close by. Oh, that was oh, they're damn.
No. You won't.
Basically, you get drunk off that. G, if it's in your hand, hold G. Press it until it drops up, or just drag it out of your inventory and drop it. So
my god, thank you so much. Right, it's dinner time. Woman's made French dips. Take it.